press conference. Alive and well once again here today as these two rivals are set to square off, and we are set to bring it to you. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got
and the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. He's got it along the sideline. Ernie on the Jets. The 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. So many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. We'll be seeing plenty of this guy, Sutton Smith. He has become a key piece of this offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Run inside. It's Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Smith takes the handoff. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Running inside, it's Owens. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Reed. The throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Here's a heat. And they got it.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Can't get him to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here's Reed to throw. Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Aggies!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Jackson will throw. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's a little room there. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Reed makes the catch. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Morrill. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Turning it on. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Starting to feel a little pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing Reed. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throwing catch. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Clapp. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After that sack, the offensive line better get it stuffed together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They kick it away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Now on 1st down from the 30. Caught near the sideline, it's Thomas. Well, so he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
He could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing.
Finds his big tight end. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now on the return, and he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Jackson will throw. Fires on the move. Soft spot in the middle. Catch him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played.
Got a little grass. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They are still looking to put a dent in the scoreboard. It is 3rd and goal. Got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They come out for the first time in this second half, but lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Good stop there.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short,
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Makes the grab and room to run. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Pass protection has been a problem all night long, and now it's 2nd and a mile. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Reed. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on... Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Reed. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Platt. Bounced off his feet.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of...
Maybe a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the...
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Arkansas! Rolled his way into the end zone.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Running inside, it's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a dub.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Gonna run it. It's Owens. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes him past the marker. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Reed to throw. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hard running there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. The hand to the running back. Finding some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And he made the extra point without problem. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Sends it back in motion. Jackson will throw. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
And the Razorbacks in the hurry up.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Under fire, and down he goes. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Got a man, it's Clapp. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pocket breaking down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Looking for a gap. It's Owens.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0.